Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another great weekend. Minor League Esports GG. And yes, your screen is correct. We do have the dream team. The longtime fans of MLE will know that Delhi and ZB was a force to be reckoned with last year in Academy League. And Delhi, here we are on the live stream.
Yeah, it's great to be here, making my debut with the one and only ZB, who I know all too well, better than anyone in MLE. It's a great day to see some great action between two teams who are, kind of distant in the series score, but by win-loss record, they are within 5 games of each other, so it's going to be interesting to see what goes down.
Yeah, both teams fighting for their future playoff potential. The Tyrants sitting in first place in the Orange Conference with 18 wins and 7 losses. Flames closer to 500, 13 and 12, but they are just one game out of finishing above the playoff line in the Tropic Division. And we have a cast of characters in this one playing for the Tyrants. We have Build-A-Bear and Chance by Viper, and for the Flames, Big Bass Fishing and Kenny.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game here today. And what the players are gonna have to keep in mind here is I've got a weather report for what we can be expecting
Oh,
today.
wow. Perfect.
It's going at this is Neo Tokyo, the field here. As you can
I
see, these
recognize it.
clouds. It's it's gonna be pretty rainy today. Rain's not gonna let up tonight. Lightning here, chance of thunder and lightning. Players are gonna need to look out, stay safe. Don't be under anything metal because you could get hurt out there tonight.
Wow. Deli, thank you for that weather report. The players, yeah, don't touch anything metal. Stay away and stay under, in secure locations. Luckily, the Rocket League pitch has a roof, so the elements won't be affecting the players on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see. And as this game is kicking off here, we've got the Flames with current possession in the yellow. Pretty interesting to see them in the yellow because, you're usually seeing them in their usual red. Tyrants in their red as you would expect here. And as the ball will come down into the Flames half, it'll be cleared out by Kenny. It's going to be followed by Chance by Viper, who's going to give him some work there in the corner. A great little move there as he lets the defender get by him, but Kenny can't put it in the goal. Big Bass Fish can't throw the ball back into center here. He will try again, though, up off the corner and up. Kenny is up for that ball, and it'll go off the crossbar and out. Build-A-Bear is going to dribble this ball out as the Flames are putting on a lot of pressure here early. What do you think?
Yeah, they are doing a good job. The Flames, again, in the yellow, keeping possession of the ball. I like that Kenny is able to slow that down just a little bit. It almost cost him as Build-A-Bear came diving in to put that one off the backboard. So any viewers new to MLE channel, these players are in the Foundation League, which consists of Plat 3 players and below. So we are seeing players in the Platinum level most often. Build-A-Bear puts that shot on. Build-A-Bear scores. Now, players who pay attention to the transaction channel, I do believe that Build-A-Bear has ranked up into Academy League, so this is his final week in Foundation, trying to do damage.
Yeah, it's always kind of hard to walk away from a team you put a lot of time in, especially at this point. This is you've played 5 weeks in total. You're coming into week 6 here, and you really get to know your guys as a goal comes in here from the Flames to tie it up, and to rank out and have to say goodbye to your teammates and move on to the next level is hard to do sometimes, and you have to put those emotions beside you. I mean, when you were leaving the Spartan Z, I was really upset. I'm just gonna say that now. I was really upset. And I wanted to throw that in here because, man, come back whenever you can.
Certainly.
But
wow.
That's not important. What's important is the game. And the Flames are going to try to take the ball out of their half here with 3 minutes to go. Game tied. Kenny's going to foul that ball in the air. And Build-A-Bear is going to miss that. Kenny could put this ball back in the center, but he can't find the right touches there to put the ball back in. He's going to try to dribble it out, and it'll be met by a Tyrants defender. Ball going back across midfield, or Big Bass Fish will chase it down. Chance by Viper is going to throw it up. Build-A-Bear waiting for a mistake to happen. Kenny, he can't put the ball exactly where he wants it off the crossbar. Ooh. And Chance by Viper will capitalize. 2 is always better than 1, and the double commit gets the job done.
Absolutely. Double the commit, double the power. And right there, the Tyrants were just making sure that that ball was going to get across the goal line and in. They did. So they are here to take this lead once again. Now, I know a lot of fans fans of the Foundation League were looking forward to this matchup. Big Bass Fishing putting that one in, and this game is tied. Nice goal explosion there. I believe that's one of the new ones from the rocket pass, but that shot from midfield got a lot of power on it. A worm burner, as many would say. As I was alluding to, Fans of Foundation League, looking forward to this one. Kenny on the Flames finished as the top star of the week last week. He had an MVPR of over 8, and Build-A-Bear for the Tyrants finished third in MVPR last week. So these are two of the best players in Foundation League are matching up in this one.
That's exactly what you want to see, is two star-powered, well, not really star-powered, because I guess high-powered is a better word for it. Two players with a high-powered mindset to get the ball forward, put in goals, put in assists, do whatever they have to do to get a win, coming up against each other on the big stage here, as this is, I mean, besides playoffs, this is the biggest stage you can get yourself on in the regular season. And it's just always great to see an interesting matchup rather than, a matchup that you might gloss over and look like, oh, it's no big deal, just a usual matchup. You want to see those big names.
Absolutely. Build-A-Bear going for something big on the offensive end, but it's going to be Kenny putting it home for the Flames. Boost up to that one to get the touch up and over. He bumped the defender out of the way. Next level strats there by the Flames, and they take the 3-2 lead as we approach the 2-minute mark remaining in this one. I will say, I want to give credit to these players. Despite being Foundation League players, they're doing a great job with their touches, creating offense, and there's chance by Viper doing it again.
Yeah, we're seeing some pretty fast Rocket League from both of these teams. Coast to coast, goal after goal is flying in. I mean, usually you score 3 goals in a Rocket League game, and that's enough to win it for you. In this case, it's enough to just simply keep yourself in this game as a tied affair here with 2 minutes to go. As the ball here in the Tyrants half, the Tyrants are going to look to take a goal, and so are the Flames, really. Who's not looking for a goal at any point in time? But the Tyrants especially, as they are the favorites to kind of take this series, despite only being 5 games up on these Flames. Kenny's going to try to throw the ball in the center. He's met by chance by Viper. Ball sitting in front, and Big Bass Fishing can't put that ball in. Kenny will retreat to his resort there in his own half. Chance by Viper is going to put the ball out. Big Bass Fishing can't get the shot because of the double commit coming in. He can't punish it. Build-A-Bear is going to put the ball at the backboard. A demolition by Big Bass Fishing will relieve the pressure. Kenny will take his sweet time, but Build-A-Bear applies the coup de grace and puts him back into the pit of misery, as some would say. Kenny's going to go up to this ball. Chance by Viper is going to put it in the corner. Build-A-Bear is looking for the shot. It's up, and I see fans flinching on the 7th floor of the apartment building behind that goal. Kenny's going to follow the ball up here into the corner and look to make a move. Going to dribble it to center. Chance by Viper looks to capitalize, but a great flick will send the ball out into the Tyrant zone. A minute left to play. We're still tied. Build-A-Bear is going to try to dribble, and Kenny will meet him with a 50-50. Ball's going to come up in front, and Kenny will try to get there again. He's still in the air. How much boost does this man have as the ball bounces up and just barely can't get in? But this one will slowly roll in. Big Bass Fishing puts it on a silver platter for Kenny.
Kenny showing why he was the top player in Foundation League last week, just putting the pressure consistently on the Tyrants. Kenny and Big Bass Fishing doing a great job keeping the ball in their territory. This is a high-octane game in Delhi. I know that you love it because there is a lot of variety in the cars in this one. That's something I've noticed early on.
Yeah, as someone that is big on fashion here in Rocket League, I can really appreciate that we got 2 Mudcats in here. We've got, I can't tell if that's a ZSR or a normal octane, but I think we have 3 Mudcats actually. Man, quite the showing here for the Mudcat family. It's almost like they're going for catfish, Big Bass Fishing. Now we're thinking, we're really thinking here as clock is beginning to run down here for the Tyrants. The ball fly down into their half. 8 seconds to go. Kenny has the ball in the corner. He's going to chew some clock. Ball up in the air. 3 to go. Chance by Viper is there. Ball bounces. Build-A-Bear is underneath, but it'll go right over him, and that will be game 1.
Yeah, great job by both teams here. I will continue to say how impressed I am by these players. I would imagine that these are, probably going to be going into, as we approach the end of the season here, 2 teams that are definitely competing for that playoff run, just simply because I'm so impressed by these players. It was the Flames who were able to come up on top. I know the Tyrants were right there. The Flames just able to capitalize and have a little more pressure. Flames were able to get 8 shots compared to the Tyrants' 3. And the Flames, interesting enough, only having one save in that one. So the Tyrants, despite getting 3 shots, probably just not doing a good enough job of getting those actually on target.
Yeah, we saw a lot of pressure from the Flames there at the beginning of this game. And although they didn't really keep up that much pressure in the later halves, you saw them getting the ball out of their half efficiently and following it and making sure the Tyrants weren't getting counterattacks. As you see, like it's usually a big problem in these lower ranks counterattacks because they happen so frequently. They're so dangerous. It's hard to catch up to them. And we haven't seen much of that. And that's exactly what you want to lock down at this level.
Absolutely. These teams doing a great job. And as always, in MLE, we will play all 5 games of the series, regardless of the outcome. So the Flames able to take game 1, but the Tyrants still very much in this one. We are going to continue on here in game 2. MLE going international as we're here in Tokyo, Japan. This pitch, one of my favorites. It's very urban. I like I really like the concrete floor.
You know, being from New York, it almost feels like home. Besides the fact that there's Japanese foreign letters everywhere,
Sure.
it's my favorite map to look at things from the outside. But talking about the inside of the pitch here, we see the Tyrants with an early chance, and Kenny almost had a counterattack there. That's exactly what I was talking about. Could be a key to this game is counterattacks, as Kenny's gonna kind of lose control of that ball and fly up in the corner. Build-A-Bear is going to get beat out, and that ball is on target, and Chance by Viper will meet it, throw it back in the corner. No pressure there from the Flames as we'll all sit around and look at the ball for a couple seconds. Ball comes off the wall, and Kenny takes a shot from almost out of nowhere. Big Bass Fish, an empty net. Chance by Viper just can't make his card big enough to save that.
The Flames, I do feel like, have a little more chemistry in this one. Kenny doing a good job bumping that one off the back post, the back wall. It looks like he almost tried to get a bump. Regardless, he didn't need it. He didn't need the bump because the defender doing his best to make that save, but he was unable to. And the Flames take game 1 and an early game 2 victory. Build-A-Bear having a chance to put that one in. You know, he's been grinding the rocket pass. He's the lotus flower on his head. You love to see that. Very colorful, and probably good for the environment as well.
Yeah, it's real nice for him to bring some plant life to this concrete jungle, as some would call it. Is it's probably the first time some of these fans in the stands have seen a flower in their lifetime,
Sure.
considering where they live. But talking about once in a lifetime things, man, I love saying talking about things, don't I? We've got some great Foundation League action here on the pitch as Big Bass Fission's going to send the ball up and up to those rain clouds up there. Thought it might get struck by lightning and we recreate the creation of electricity as that ball went up so high. The ball's going to sit in midfield, though, and here comes Kenny. He looks to beat out the goalie, and it goes off the backboard, just not on target. Ball is going to go up in the air, and Kenny's going to follow it. He just can't get off this ball. Chance by Viper makes the save. Here comes Big Bass Fishing to try and throw in the hammer, and it won't work. 2 on none. Solo mission for Build-A-Bear as his teammate goes off to look for a goalie. No one can challenge him.
Great job there. I knew the Tyrants would not be out of this. Dropping game 1, dropping a goal early, but I know that this is a quality team. Build-A-Bear was known as one of the best players in Foundation League. His going away match here, he wants to put on the show of his lifetime before he officially ranks up into the Academy League with all of his diamond friends. The Flames trying to do it themselves here. Big Bass Fishing puts it on his head and flicks it in. Tyrants up again. Now, Dilly, I have to ask you this. Is Big Bass, is he fishing, or is it actually the Big Bass that is fishing?
You know, if I had to make an honest guess, I'd say that he's the one that's fishing for Big Bass. And considering that he has a Miyagi do, you'd think he has some sort of experience around, things like that. And a great shot there as I'm talking about philosophical things. I'm not even sure what I was getting at, so I'm glad I was interrupted by that. Kenny with a little bit of a mistake, and Build-A-Bear is there to capitalize. Right place, right time, and we've got a tie game in the middle of the action here.
Yeah, longtime fans of Rocket League will recognize that as the bicycle kick goal. One of my favorite early strats in early Rocket League days. You love to see those. And how about Build-A-Bear hitting right after it again? Not even to halftime yet, and Build-A-Bear already has a hat trick. He reads these off the back corner. He gets up and puts it up for 90. Someone call Turney Ernie because that was top cheddar.
Yeah, Someone needs to get a fire hydrant and put this man out. Maybe the rain will do a little bit of help with that, but it seems like it's not really coming out enough. This man is electric on that field, and he just can't be stopped. When he's got the ball in the Flames half, it's already over, and you need to just let him get past you. And a flick from Kenny, that will go in.
I can't even see.
From beyond the grave, yeah, director cam kind of failed me on that one, and I think it failed all of us equally as we saw Bob Rahman.
Flick.
We saw Bob Rahman's beautiful face over there instead of the action. It looked like it was coming up and in. It did. It was a great maneuver. And, still tied. It's interesting to see how, well, just last game, we were at this same exact point, middle of the game, tied 3-3. Here we are again in game 2. I really hope we get to keep seeing some exciting Rocket League.
I believe that we will, especially from this team. Great bump by Build-A-Bear. They kind of have to communicate there so they don't double commit. It's Build-A-Bear. You know what he does when he's on the Rocket League pitch? He scores. And here he is with his 4th goal of this one to give the Tyrants another lead in this one. Deli, you were talking about that these Tyrants need to be cooled off. You might even need a fire hydrant to cool off the Tyrants.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the shot counter, Build-A-Bear has 6, and nobody else on the field has even half that besides Big Bass Fishing, who has 3. Build-A-Bear alone carries more shots than everyone else in this game. And Chance by Viper doesn't even have a single shot. He has nothing but a measly save. And, now that's helpful. But when you're looking at 6 shots, you feel a little like you're not pulling your own weight, because when your teammate's on fire like this, there's nothing you can really do except for let him go and just take the free wins. Am I right?
Right, absolutely. Well, I mean, they're definitely working for them. There's nothing free about them. As I learned in my economics class, there's no such thing as free wins in MLE. I will say something I've noticed about the Tyrants. They are pretty much, from what I can tell, focusing their attention on Kenny. They have been challenging him quickly, getting some physical touches to take him off the ball. They came into this one knowing that he is the reigning star of the week. So if they can pressure him and keep him from making plays, that has been their strategy so far. But now it's up to Big Bass Fishing to kind of step up and take advantage of the opportunity that the Tyrants are giving him. Less than 1 minute in this one, and we have a 1-goal game. There's more physical action as Build-A-Bear tries to touch away his opponent. This ball is just sitting at midfield. Who's going to have the first touch? It'll be Kenny. That one is up. Does he read these? He almost does. Big Bass Fishing putting this one up. Oh my gosh. What a goal. Big Bass Fishing ties this one up.
It's crazy that we're seeing this back and forth action. We see a last minute equalizer, and actually Build-A-Bear got a piece of that put the ball back in, just not enough to make the save. And we're looking at a tie game with 33 seconds left. Let's see if someone could be a hero here. Kickoff stays neutral. Build-A-Bear with a shot. Kenny meets it in the air, going off the wall, and they're going to try to make an attack here. 2-on-1 if they can get there quickly. Chance by Viper with a great 50-50. Ball rolling in front. He misses the shot. It was an empty net. And Build-A-Bear is going to put the ball back up into the corner. 15 seconds, clock running out. Kenny is going to look to make a move, and he'll miss the ball. Build-A-Bear will turn and throw it back in the corner. 2-on-1 here for the Tyrants. They don't need the 2. Build-A-Bear will throw the ball in and catch the defender off guard.
What an angle. Build-A-Bear going back to his geometry class, finding the protractor and getting that one in past the defender, inside the post and in. It's going to take a quick goal here from the Flames, but from my vantage point, it looks like the Tyrants, and in dramatic fashion, are going to be able to win this one. They do. We have a series tied 1-1.
That was quite the game. To be completely honest with you, Build-A-Bear just can't do much more than what he's done in this game. He did so much, and of course you can look back and say, oh, he could have made that save. Who cares if he didn't make the save? Because you know what he did? He scored 5 goals. What are you going to tell him? Oh, just make better saves. He's up the field all the time, putting the ball in the back of the net. If you keep throwing him out there and feeding him the way the Flames have been unable to stop him, we're going to see the Tyrants run away with this series, because there's nobody on earth that can stop him right now.
No, if Build-A-Bear single-handedly is able to put 8 shots on goal and convert at better than 50% clip, I'm no mathematician, but I think that's 62.5%. Might need to get out my calculator on that one. Deli, you're a college student. You probably have those things handy.
I actively avoided taking a math class this semester because I have not taken a math class in about 3 years, and boy, am I not excited to take another one. Because the only thing I know is I only know how to count to 7, so I have no idea how many shots Build-A-Bear had taken that last game.
Yeah, that number on your screen is foreign to you. You don't know what that symbol represents.
Yeah, it's yeah. Every year I lose 2 numbers and I just can't get them back. I'm trying to remember what comes after 6 right now as we speak.
Wow.
Just slipping my mind.
Hey, but you do know what comes after two. It is game three. Tyrants and Flames tied in the series. Tell your friends to get on twitch.tv/MLE Esports GG because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a banger of a series. I do want to talk about something that was said in chat. Someone tried to say that NCPs were free wins, but I need to educate our audience about opportunity cost, and there is always a cost of an NCP. You don't want to take those. Kenny, with the long range shot, we are in downtown Tokyo, and that shot was from downtown. Wow.
Yeah, he just rockets that in from so far out. That's exactly what these Flames need, is to take an early lead, because Build-A-Bear can strike at any moment. It's like the dead man, just when you think you're safe, lights go out, you hear the crash, and there he is behind you. That's been Build-A-Bear this series. He has the ball right now. You never know when he's gonna pull out something crazy and maybe score a play of the week that you can clip yourself and hashtag play of the week at MLE Sports GG on Twitter or in the play of the week Discord channel. What a segue, man. Props to me. We're on fire with our segues today. But on the field, speaking of segues, there's one atop the field looking down, but it can't help Big Bass Fishing, who makes the save on Kenny's shot. Kenny will retreat in a little bit of sadness down the field. Ball is going to pop up off the wall, and it's going to be thrown up and towards Chance by Viper, who's going to take the shot. Build-A-Bear looking to follow, 2-on-none.
Whoa!
The defender. Here comes the shot. It's off the post. Big Bass Fishing has a big counterattack here if they can capitalize. Both Tyrants players are rushing back as fast as they can. Build-A-Bear. Sorry, his name is not Tyrant. We'll put the ball in the corner.
Wow.
Kenny doesn't care who we're talking about. He's going to put the ball back in the goal and even put Build-A-Bear on his back to show a little bit of dominance.
I thought Tyrants had a really good opportunity to score Chance by Viper. It would have been a tough angle. I wanted to see him put that shot on target. Instead, he passed it to Build-A-Bear, who wasn't able to score. I hope that Chance by Viper isn't being too unselfish. Believe in yourself, my friend. Put that ball home. But it is Kenny who's doing his best Build-A-Bear impression from game 2 and getting a hat trick early. We cannot forget Kenny's dominating performance last week and in game 1, because he is coming back with a vengeance in game 3.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now is a total flip of what we saw last game. Everything's coming from Kenny, nothing from Build-A-Bear. And, Big Bass Fishing, he's got some shots, so it's not exactly like we saw last time. At this point in the last games, we had about 5 goals, so I'm feeling a little let down right now. Here comes number 4. If you ask for it, you will receive, as Kenny will put on a nifty little move upfield on this dribble here to get the ball past Chance by Viper.
Deli, you're more in tune with the football, European football scene, so I don't know who the best dribbler in the world is, but in Foundation League, it might be Kenny. He's doing his best impression of insert, incredible soccer player here that I'm unaware of, but absolutely dominating the Flames are here in this one.
I mean, if you want to talk about great soccer players, just look at my collegiate soccer team. Not to toot my own horn, but our most recent loss was 8-0 to the 4-time straight national champions. And, Chance by Viper and Build-A-Bear here, they really are making a case to try and not get 8-0, and I can approve of that, because It's not fun to lose 8-0 as they'll throw in a goal here and get themselves on the scoreboard.
Build-A-Bear giving props to Big Bass Fishing in the chat. You'd love to see the wholesome chat. I'm not as much of a fan as chatting while you're competing, but you got to give credit to them. And that first goal leads to another quick kickoff goal. So we're not even to halftime, and the lead cut in half for the Flames. The Tyrants trying to come back in this one. Deli, I think you have to take previous matchups, previous games, and throw it out the window every single time with these teams. Any team is capable of scoring at any time.
Yeah, we're seeing some really exciting Rocket League. I think I've already said this, but this is exactly what you want to see is some great coast to coast goals coming in from anywhere and everywhere. Just, you never know if you're safe.
Oh,
And here's the boogeyman Build-A-Bear who will score again just to prove my point. We just keep seeing 3 goals by each team at this exact point in the match. This time it's a little different. We see an extra goal for the Flames, but we're back with the same exact storyline.
yeah. Build-A-Bear doing a great job. He uh, drifted to get behind that ball, passed it to himself off the back wall. That is some next level strats. Build-A-Bear, as we alluded to, he has ranked up into Diamond 1, so this will be his last game in Foundation League, and he is showing certainly what he is capable of. Do we have 4 unanswered goals for the Tyrants? We do. What a play by here. Chance by Viper getting it past both Flames defenders and then getting the touch, sneaking it in the near post. Kind of a cheeky play there. Tie game. Can you believe it?
I think what's happening in the Tyrants comms here is Chance by Viper said, hey, you've had enough fun. It's my turn to score the goals. And with his hat trick here halfway through the match, he's done just that and taken his turn as Build-A-Bear has taken a bit of a back seat, which is uncharacteristic of him to not score so many goals. What a nice fellow, as he's just not throwing the ball in the goal from anywhere and anywhere at this point in time, at least. Maybe he's just backing off, resting his energy, saving it for a dramatic Game 5 game winner with 0 seconds left on the clock. I mean, because who doesn't love a beautiful This Is Rocket League? Chance by Viper is going to throw the ball up to Big Bass Fishing. I should probably be doing my play-by-play, shouldn't I? Big Bass Fishing's up on the wall. He's going to look to follow. Send the ball to midfield. Build-A-Bear is there to send the ball straight across the midfield line. Kenny goes up and misses the ball. Chance by Viper's up to throw it down the field. That's not Kenny. My fault, but Build-A-Bear throws the ball up. Too many Mudcats. I can't distinguish them at a glance. Build-A-Bear is going to follow the ball here and let it roll past him. Kenny's going to look to make a move up top over one. He can't keep control of the ball for the second one. Build-A-Bear with the 50-50 on Big Bass Fishing. Build-A-Bear will miss the ball again. Lots of B's too. Lots of similar sounding names. Build-A-Bear to Chance by Viper, who will shoot the ball down. Kenny's there to collect it. Looking to dribble here on Build-A-Bear. Wow, that was a star-studded 50-50 right there if I've ever seen one. We saw 2 of the star-studded players on the field neck and neck there, chasing each other down. Build-A-Bear is going to look to throw the ball in center. We see the exact same thing the other way, and Kenny will come out on top this time. And Chance by Viper is going to look to go against Big Bass Fishing. Great 50-50 ball in front. Build-A-Bear throws the ball in. It's finally his turn to score.
So often, winning 50-50s will lead to scoring opportunities. Chance by Viper had 2 players to beat. He just oriented his car in the correct way to get that ball right in front of goal. And Build-A-Bear does what Build-A-Bear does. He buried it home, reached into the honeypot, and scored that one. 30 seconds remaining. Tyrants are going to try to take game 3.
Man, I'm getting a little sweaty because this is some real exciting Rocket League that's keeping me on the edge of my seat. 20 seconds to go, and the Flames with a chance here to tie up the match after 5 unanswered goals. Build-A-Bear is going to try to throw the ball out. He'll get it past the midfield line. We're seeing Kenny chasing it down, and a double commit there from the Flames will send the ball across. 5 seconds to go. Kenny's going to hit the ball up. He's going to look to make a move here. An air dribble attempt, and he's actually getting away with it. Watch out! Here comes the chance, and Kenny just can't get there. That is heartbreaking.
I thought Build-A-Bear almost cost his team a win there. That extra touch sent the ball straight in front of goal. The Tyrants collecting their 20th win of the season. I am seeing firsthand why this team is the top team in Foundation League, moving into the top slot. Fox is obviously still having a chance to play this week. Actually, I don't even know if they have played. I forget that it's Saturday. This game has got me so excited that I forgot that we're already midway through the match weekend. But you have to give it to the Tyrants. They're doing a great job. And Flames doing everything that they can to dethrone the Tyrants, getting 8 shots on the Flames did that time, but not able to pass up the Tyrants as they were able to score 5.
The Flames may have gotten 8 shots, but the Tyrants with 10.
Wow.
Answering back, firing just about as many, equal amount of saves across the field. And, The Tyrants just came out on top. They caught fire there in coming into that second half, and that's been the story is fire, eh? We've seen a lot of fire going on in here. It's great that it's raining because otherwise these players might be a little hurt with all this
Absolutely.
fire going on.
Absolutely. And we have to recognize the Tyrants getting 5 what I'm trying to say is
Unanswered.
unanswered
There you
goals.
go.
Yes, I was trying to say they scored 5 goals in a row to overcome a 4-0 deficit. So the Tyrants probably feeling that momentum is on their side, but do not count Kenny and Big Bass Fishing out, as they are going to want to win this one here, certainly.
Yeah, Kenny's going to look to try and put his team ahead after a great performance in the previous match. We've got a 2-on-1. Here comes the demo. It can't come in from Big Bass Fishing, but a bump comes in. Kenny with an air dribble. I haven't seen a play of the week goal more worthy than that one that we just saw so far in this series. Great team play by the Flames.
No, someone pass me a bottle of balls, because that one is the official ZV nomination for play of the week in this matchup. Man, why am I so thirsty all of a sudden?
Well, one thing's for certain, I keep soda with me when I'm casting for a reason, because Build-A-Bear is going to throw the ball in, and the more excited I get, the more thirsty I get, it seems. And when I see goals, boy, do I get excited. And I know this crowd watching us here on the Twitch channel does too, as we've got a tie game already 30 seconds in. You saw an incredible goal on one side, and the Tyrants just having to answer right away.
Yeah, from what I've learned about the Tyrants in this series, they don't like to be on the losing side of things. So if they get an early deficit, they're going to bounce back and, take care of that, as we like to say. Getting back into a tied game here and now looking to go on the offensive. That's Kenny trying to go high in the air and putting that one near goal, but Build-A-Bear gets a big boomer. Big Bass Fishing, awkward kind of dodge there. Kenny pushing it to the side. Tyrants trying to push it out. Chance by Viper, not going to be able to get it past Big Bass Fishing. A minute into this one, tied 1-1. Pretty interesting game here, back and forth. Neither team being able to keep. Nice half flip there by Kenny.
Whoa.
Kenny turned it into a flick. He almost did. That would have been just absolutely crazy.
Can you ask for anything better from Kenny on that attack? First of all, he dribbles the ball backwards, half flips in control. Oh, wow, what a demo there. No regard for car life. And then he goes to pop it over top. If he would have scored that, we would have seen 2 play of the week worthy goals in one game. Big Bass Fishing tries to put on the shot, and we're seeing demolitions coming out left and right. One thing's for certain, if we know that this whole Rocket League thing doesn't work out for these players, they can certainly work as a butcher. As they're chopping these players to bits out there on the field. We've got a counterattack chancer for Build-A-Bear. Kenny's going to chase it down, and Big Bass Fishing will challenge him in the corner. Build-A-Bear backs off. Ball over top. It's a 2-on-1 if they can get there in time. Big Bass Fishing flops around a little bit on the ball, characteristic of the fish he's looking for. Maybe it's just a little tactic to reel them in. Not sure what he was going for there, as the ball will pop up into the Flames half. Build-A-Bear will follow it in the corner, look to bring it out to center. Ooh. Trying to drop down, and he's bumped. Kenny will dribble it out. Chance by Viper, pouncing on it. Crossbar down and out. Bardowski's don't work for him this time. Build-A-Bear is going to have to get off the back wall, as Kenny will look to dribble the ball down the field here. One-on-one with Chance by Viper. He's looking to flick it over to his teammate. He can't get it, but it will roll out to Big Bass Fishing. Off the post by Chance by Viper. Shot over top of Build-A-Bear. The double jump will put it off the crossbar. And Big Bass Fishing can't stop the pressure. Build-A-Bear finally relieves them of all that hard work the Flames have put on. Backflip, puts it over top of both of them, and Chance by Viper will turn it around and put it in after lots of work from Build-A-Bear.
Deli, I do not know what MLE Esports is charging for admission to this event, but I am willing to pay upwards of my life savings to watch this one, because this has been incredibly entertaining. Both teams doing a great job. One team having a scoring opportunity, playing great defense, and then pushing it the other way and finding a goal. The Tyrants, again, showing why they are one of the best teams in Foundation League. And what's great is the Flames fighting to get above the playoff line, doing everything they can to hang with the Tyrants, just so far haven't been able to finish on top. So Flames look like a competitive team, but they're just unfortunately not able to, get the edge that they need to outscore a team such as the Tyrants. I want them to be able to find something, because I want them to find success in this series, obviously, but the Tyrants are just being so dominant.
You know, there's something I noticed there while you were talking is that Big Bass Fishing, as a goal comes in from Kenny to tie the game with 90 seconds left, I saw Big Bass Fishing kind of stopping in place there in midfield as Kenny was dealing with a 2v1 on the other side.
Okay.
Maybe he's having some controller issues because I saw him slowly revving back up there. You know, it would be awful to see if some rain got into his engine and kind of slowed down his beautiful Mudcat, because Lord knows that if your Mudcat's not working, what is there really to live for? Am I right? Because the Mudcat has just turned into life for these Rocket League players, as the ball will pop out. The chance by Viper in midfield, looking to make a dribble happen. 1 minute to go. Someone has to be a hero here in this game, and Big Bass Fishing's gonna try to make it him. Chance by Viper flying in, and he'll throw it out to the corner. Kenny's gonna take the shot, and it's off the backboard. Build-A-Bear, no defender in sight, but Kenny, with the demolition on himself earlier, will be able to spawn back there. Chance by Viper beats out both. Kenny up on the wall to send the ball out. Can the Tyrants capitalize? A 50-50 will throw it back in. Build-A-Bear will turn on this ball. Take the shot. Big Bass Fishing waiting in goal just for that type of shot. Kenny is going to look to make a move here on Chance by Viper. He loses control, and it allows Build-A-Bear to come back and help out on the defense. No goalie in sight. Build-A-Bear with no boost. He just can't capitalize.
What?
And a demolition from Kenny will leave the net wide open in a 50-50. Saves them as Chance by Viper spawns right in the path. He goes up to follow the ball. Big Bass Fishing will shoot the ball back out, and Build-A-Bear is going to lie and wait for that ball to pop back down. Setting it back down the field to relax there. Kenny will throw the ball off the wall, and here comes Chance by Viper to throw it back into that corner. Kenny's going to turn and try to chip it back out. Chance by Viper can't reach it. Build-A-Bear will retreat to his goal and wait for Kenny's flick. Great patience there by Build-A-Bear, though you should be asking him to challenge that. Chance by Viper with the ball in the corner here. Can he make something happen? We haven't seen much happen for him from this corner yet. Kenny's going to throw the ball up into the center. This could be a mistake. 50-50 will shoot the ball across, and we have overtime.
Deli, are you not going to mention the 180 flick?
I mean, it was pretty cool, but when you're as talented as me...
Foundation League things. Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
When you're as good as me at Rocket League, it's just natural. Big Bass Fishing's going to try to shoot the ball in. Kenny is going to wait for that ball in his own half. He's going to go up the wall to follow it, send it out to midfield. No one is there to capitalize. Build-A-Bear beats him out to the ball. Kenny will pick up some boost and leave Build-A-Bear behind. Build-A-Bear, though, with the ball still off the backboard, looking for his teammate. A bump on Kenny. They cannot capitalize. Ball is going to roll down the field here, where Chance by Viper is going to look to make a move. He flicks it up top, and Kenny is waiting. Kenny's going to look to make a move on Build-A-Bear as a demolition will send the defender back. Ball is up top, no defender. This is going to go in, and Build-A-Bear will take the goal, end the series win here. Game 5 still to play for.
As the Rocket League gods say, you live by the flick, you die by the flick. And unfortunately, Kenny died by that flick. He tried everything he could to get the ball on the top of his car and flick it over the defender. Build-A-Bear read it the whole way. He got the overtime finish, dunking his opponent and sending that ball in. As we just saw on the highlight there, we can't forget the skills that Kenny brought to this game. He had the floor to air dribble that went into goal. He had a lot of great plays in that one, but unfortunately, the team effort of Build-A-Bear and Chance by Viper is what will give the Tyrants the series 3-1, and we still have another game to play.
You know, the big difference in this game was the amount of saves we saw from the Tyrants.
Yes,
7 saves coming out of that game to only 2 for the Flames. The Flames were high-powered on their offense this game, and the Tyrants just had an answer on that goal line each and every time. They just couldn't get through, and it ends up biting them as the Tyrants will come out with the win here for the entire series. Game 5 could be anyone's game here, as we've seen this series go back and forth. Tyrants with a lot of momentum coming into this game, but I would not be surprised to see Kenny catch fire again here and run away with it.
No, one thing I've noticed, Kenny definitely the strong player, but I'd like to see him get his teammate involved more. If Kenny, can look for those passes and kind of work with his teammate to create scoring opportunities, the Flames might be well served. This is a dribble off the wall. Big Bass Fishing almost able to finish, but he was unable to. So now it's the Tyrants who are pushing forward. Big Bass Fishing gets a demo on Chance by Viper. That ball is dangerous. Chance by Viper came up with a name that was very difficult for me to say. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but that is a great goal by Kenny. My goodness, The first time he couldn't get the wall to air carry, but he did this time. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3 touches on the ball, and that ball never touched the ground. What a shot.
Realistically, what can't this guy do? Name one thing he can't do here in NFL. Well, you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd be typing out a transaction request. PL Spartans would like to sign Pat Kenyon to their starting roster. Because, boy, is he on fire right now. He's really... Look at that! Did you see what I just saw from Kenny right there? He is just
nuts.
insane.
It's nuts.
I'm at a loss for words at what can he not do as Big Bass Fishing will demo Build-A-Bear. Demolition attempt coming in from the Tyrants there to get revenge, and it won't work out. Kenny with the dribble. You know, Big Bass Fish is going to give him a helping hand and a you know, a little bit of a push to motivate him because, you know, clearly Kenny has a lack of confidence and he needs a little bit of help to dribble the ball after, you know, he's been dealing with a couple of rough dribbles. And Kenny will score a goal that'll only boost his confidence even more. Boy, I'm just waiting for him to shoot up the ranks, and I'll catch him in PL for the next draft.
Absolutely. Big Bass Fishing using the curvature of the wall. I think he wanted to put it more on the curve, but he got it just on the last pixel of that curve, so that ball would bounce back in front of goal. And you know what Kenny does with open goals. He scores. It's fine. Flames, although they have lost this series, it is not keeping them from taking this final game. Kenny, he's flying through the air. Can Big Bass Fishing find a way to touch this ball in? He touches it past the defender. Very smart. Kind of ties that 50. Build-A-Bear is just going to pop it straight up. Not sure which player of the Flames was going to go there. It looked like maybe both of them went. That's fine. Big Bass Fishing with the lead is kind of just, you know, touching this ball around. Not putting his team in a bad spot, but not giving the Tyrants a good opportunity either, which is honestly pretty smart. I love the smart IQ plays. Big Bass Fishing diving in there. Was he going for a demo or was he trying to steal a touch on the ball? We might never know. Kenny with a full tank of boost, and that is dangerous. Deli, can he do it again?
I mean, that he's just incredible. He really takes the heat out of the kitchen, cooks with fire, and you know, it's a great thing he signed on to the Flames because there's nothing he does other than be red hot in this series. He has been quite the unstoppable force. We've been talking about Build-A-Bear and Kenny as 2 star players. They have surely come out and given us quite the show here as we pass the halfway mark. First time we're not seeing 3 goals for either team at this point in the match. Right. Maybe the defense has figured out Build-A-Bear and Kenny, or maybe just Build-A-Bear because Kenny is still scoring incredible goals. And here he goes trying to put another one in as Chance by Viper will meet him on the dribble attempt. And now with the ball in midfield, a 50-50 will throw the ball back up into the zone. Kenny's going to wait it out. He's going to try to walk this ball.
Very smart.
And Build-A-Bear will get the save in a chase down attempt. Very good patience from Kenny there as he just waits out the mistake from the defender. Big Bass Fishing caught off guard. Kenny is going to throw the ball down. Chance by Viper is going to put the ball back into the corner, and Big Bass Fishing will look to bring it across that wing there up the field and make something happen. Chance by Viper and Big Bass Fishing have been stuck here. Build-A-Bear will sling the ball out, and finally they're relieved of their services. Kenny with beautiful car control as he flies through the air, and Kenny's gonna look to pitch the ball in, and he gets it done. Mission impossible accomplished as that angle looked quite difficult to hit.
Yeah, it definitely did. He just had to bang that one as hard as he could off the post, and you know, Kenny has the ability to just make uncertain circumstances certain for himself, and he certainly was going to score that goal. Flames dominating this one, less than 90 seconds remaining, and not very often are you able to keep the Tyrants scoreless, but that is exactly what the Flames are doing here. Flames dominating in game 3, and not surprisingly, mostly because of the play by Kenny. Kenny is up off the wall again, going for maybe a ground pitch there. Big Bass tries to half flip, but he can't quickly enough, and we might have ourselves a game. A goal is what the Tyrants were looking for, and they got one with 64 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Build-A-Bear is going to shoot that ball in from way out. A great challenge. Chad is absolutely in love with Kenny. Everyone is talking about him and in love with his play style, and how could you not be, because he is bringing forth really exciting Rocket League that you just can't really get in many games. That's exactly what you get as some players who are really standouts in this league. As you move up in the ranks, it's harder and harder to stand out as an individual playmaker because everyone kind of develops those skills. To develop those skills at this rank is really, really valuable, and he was quite the deal to be drafted by the Flames. Congratulations to Fitzy. He's picked up an incredible player. Chance by Viper, look to put the ball in. Big Bass Fishing will come flying from out of nowhere and say that the kitchen is closed and stop him from the services of goal scoring. Build-A-Bear is going to look to shoot the ball out. If they're going to want to take the game, they're going to have to score right here as Build-A-Bear will dribble up the wing, looking for his teammate. Great little chip and stop the press. It's not over yet as Build-A-Bear will get them within one with 16 seconds to go.
Kenny may be the star of the game so far, but Build-A-Bear is trying to take the victory. Down 2 with not much time left, he scores, and we've seen this before. The Tyrants down by what seemed like an insurmountable number of goals, but they've been able to come back. Chance winning this kickoff. He's going to have another touch. Missed the boost pad there. I don't know if that will cost him. His car's going the wrong way now. Only 5 seconds for this ball to go all the way across the map. They're not going to be able to do it. The exclamation point by the Flames, 0-second goal. The Tyrants take the series, but only in a 3-2 fashion, thanks in big part from the teamwork of Kenny and Big Bass Fishing in Game 5.
Yeah, it was an incredible game, an incredible series. Great to see the Flames taking a game back because they've really been doing everything they can on the opposite side of the field to return from these deficits. And, it really gets demoralizing to see yourself go down so often when you're working so hard, putting together incredible plays. And, just getting that win is oh so important. And it's just wonderful to see them have done it here in the final game.
Absolutely. Congratulations to both teams. The Tyrants moving up in the standings to 21 wins over all the Flames. Doing their best job. They're getting their win total up to 15. Make sure to follow the rest of the Foundation League in this season, because I know that the rest of the season schedule is going to be highly competitive as we approach the playoff race just weeks away. Now, Deli, I know on our broadcast, it is time for your favorite moment of the broadcast.
My favorite moment, arriving. But Not only that, my favorite part of the broadcast is that we have a beautiful thing to segue into, and that is the plays of the week.
Yes,
Who doesn't want to see some incredible plays? We might have seen this week's play of the week in that previous series.
It's possible.
We've got a bunch more great plays for you to take a look at right here as soon as we get a little bit of a transition into said plays of the week. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. What's the magic word to get it done?
Here's your plays of the week.
Game number 3. Assuming this scoreline stays the same, this will be a victory for the Outlaws. The series as Will highlight double touch off the back wall.
Watch out, folks. That could be a free case of balls garrote for him. That's a play of the week goal if I've ever seen one. Gets up off the ceiling, inverted and in. My goodness. What a goal, and it extends their lead to 4.
Both teams playing aggressive and trying to create those offensive opportunities while not leaving themselves vulnerable. On defense, the Dodgers there were vulnerable.
The flick,
and it's in. Lakodiak, I didn't know if he was going to be able to maintain possession of that ball. Little Lettuce was trying to get back as fast as he could, and he did. But Lakodiak timed his flick.
And that was complete panic by the Dodgers. Oh, this one could be on net, just wide from Lakodiak.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and what a redirect.
Yes!
From Lettuce.
That is what you love to see, because, ladies and gentlemen,
what a pass.
We have my official Balls Garana Play of the Week nomination.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I don't know who I had to pay to come back here a second time, but I'm with the lovely ZB for a second series, and this time we've got Champions League action. I know it's like we've had two Champions League series in a row. I'm not joking. That was FL. You might not believe me. This time we've got the Wolves 16-9 against the Blizzard opposite 9-16. We pretty much got two
Wow.
teams who are on opposite sides of the standings here, and it'll be interesting to see how they collide.
Yeah, if anything in my time in MLE, I've learned that sometimes you just have to throw the records of the team out the window because you have different players involved, different rosters. But I know that we are certainly excited for this one. The Wolves, one of the top teams in Champ League, as you alluded to with that record, but the Blizzards maybe one of the more under the radar teams. I know we have some players here who are making their MLE official stream debut, and that is always a big moment. Didn't work out well for me last week, but we're trying to put that one behind us. I am wishing the best of luck for all players involved in this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be great to see two great teams. And by the way, we've got even better colors out there on the field right now.
It's
I mean, are
beautiful.
you kidding? Can you ask for much better than a beautiful blue on white combo? It's gonna be looking it. I mean, for the Blizzard, it's gonna look like it's an all home game because that's exactly their colors is blue and white. But the Wolves, they might be feeling a little uncomfortable out of their natural colors.
Yeah.
Usually rocking the green, but we'll have to see how they handle it.
No, things do look really, really good. And when you play Rocket League, you don't very often see white cars. So I'm going to take this opportunity, to really enjoy it for the good aesthetics that we are going to have in this matchup. Deli, let's talk about the players. In this one for the Wolves is going to be Zona and Moosey. And anyone who, is around MLE or is in the 4-man server knows that those players absolutely nuts. For Blizzard, it's going to be T-Bone Jones and Thrashhawk. I know that those are two very good players as well, but I think this is going to be a highly competitive game with a lot of great action.
Yeah, if anything, we're hoping for pretty much the exact same thing we've seen the last series, but you know, just at a higher level of play than we saw before. I'm hoping we see some people who are looking like they should belong in RLCS compared to just PL coming. We're looking at you, Zona, Musi, T-Bone, Trash Hawk. We're
Yeah,
looking at you guys to give us a show here because we can't entertain this crowd forever. I know soon enough I'll be annoying and youthful, and that's just how it seems to go. We've
sure.
got quite the delay here, as it looks like we're missing some players. So it looks like we're gonna have to do something. Z, how do you feel about some rock paper scissors?
Best 2 out of 3?
All right, we'll do. Okay, yeah, all right, let's do it. I warn you, I go rock every time. I go rock every single time.
Okay.
I wouldn't lie to you. I'd never lie. All
200
right.
IQ plays.
I don't.
Are rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Yeah, rock paper
All right.
scissors shoot. All right,
All
all right,
right. Ready?
all
All
right.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
All right, rock paper scissors shoot.
Okay.
Oh, I see
Okay. Okay.
you're
That's fine.
gold
That's
man,
fine.
gold man. All right, all right.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, okay. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Oh,
Oh, ZB,
I didn't trust you.
ZB.
I didn't
That's it.
trust
I
you.
retire. I retire.
Okay. All right.
I retire.
All right.
No. All right, fine, fine. You have such a way with words. All right, I'll play again.
One more. Winner take all.
Do you get any content like this with any other like
No.
casters? I mean, come on. All
I've
right,
never seen this.
all right,
All
all
right.
right. You ready?
Yep. Ready.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Got him.
Oh, you get. All right, all right, all
All
right.
right.
One more since we're tied.
Fair. Fair.
Unless you want to retire tied 50-50.
No, definitely not.
Okay, okay. I promise I won't. I'm going rock. You know I wouldn't lie to you.
Okay.
I'm going. Okay, you ready?
All right. Yep.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, you got
ZB!
me.
ZB!
Deli, I'll be honest with you. I wanted you. I know that you haven't played on the official stream. I have. It did not go well as I alluded to just moments ago. I wanted you to have a victory on MLE Esports GG on Twitch.
Man, God knows that'll be the only time I'll ever have a victory on this stream because I'm cursed. I can never get on this stream. But that's why I became
But
a cat.
here you are now. Here you are now.
Yeah, I mean, I just gotta say it's great to be here. It's great to be the reigning rock, paper, scissors champion. If anyone wants to challenge me, the rocks are waiting to be thrown out at you. Just DM me anytime and I'll be glad to, give you a little battle. Uh, it seems like we're still missing players. I mean, I don't know what other games we could play. I could come up with the tic-tac-toe board here if you would like to play some tic-tac-toe.
No, not a big fan of tic-tac-toe. Believe it or not, tic-tac-toe
Me
is a
neither.
solved game. Don't really get much enjoyment out of that one. I will say downtown Tokyo, it's a sprawling landscape. The roads can be confusing, especially if you're not a native Japanese speaker. So I could imagine that getting to the stadium might be hard. I don't know if they drive on the other side of the road in Japan compared to here in America, but that might cause some problems as well.
You know, we've got some more minutes to wait. Well, you see, there's I'm getting an
Jelly,
update to my
the players
weather
are in
report.
the stadium.
What? They're here. I didn't even get done drawing my weather report. As you can see here, there's traffic. It's
Yes,
awful
there are
because
cars on the field, my friend. We are
there's
ready to
there's
take off.
traffic.
Look at that Blizzard decal. That is beautiful from T-Bone Jones. He takes the first touch, passes it straight to Thrashhawk and Deli. We are off.
Man, I was busy drawing away and we had our action starting. I was just describing why
gosh.
exactly we were waiting, and now as the series is beginning, we're seeing some great work here as the Wolves are going to try to throw in a shot. It goes off the post. Musi is going to bring the ball back and up the wall here, look to make a play happen. Zona, a double commit here. If the Blizzard could capitalize, looks like they can't at the moment. The Blizzard are going to bring the ball up the wall, looking to make a shot happen. Thrashhawk with a huge shot attempt off the backboard, and T-Bone Jones is back and retreating and not ready to capitalize. Thrashhawk's going to come back up, but the pinch from Zona is going to beat him out. The mind game. Thrashhawk's going to bring it back and look for the back pass. And as we see the play here, I just want to shout out Mr. Kilt, who has given out a ton of subs as a goal comes in from Zona. That was a great play, but thank you, and also thank you to KeyX Cope. I really don't want to say your name wrong, so I'm just going to go the easy route. Thank you for not only subbing, but gifting a sub. Much love to all you in chat.
Yeah, and a great goal there for the Wolves. They take the early 1-0 lead a minute into this one, but you cannot ignore the fact that Mr. Kill has come big in the chat with all those gift subs. Back to the action. The Blizzards are going to do their best job to tie this one up, but Musi and Zona are both getting to that ball very quickly and making it hard for the Blizzard. Musi turning on that one quickly. It's going to be T-Bone Jones who's stuck with that ball on the corner. We almost had a Rule 1 there. I wasn't sure what was going to be the outcome of that one. T-Bone Jones trying to get that one past Musi. He can't quite, but this ball is going to stay in the Blizzard's offensive half. T-Bone Jones passed out to Thrashhawk, but Thrashhawk wasn't quite able to be there. Musi off the back wall. T-Bone Jones reading that all the way and putting that one in. Musi trying again. That ball is up. It is dangerous. Deja vu moment. As we had another clear for T-Bone Jones off the back wall. We are quickly approaching halfway point as Musi is dribbling this one home. T-Bone again with another great defensive play. You have to give him credit. He is the prime A1 stake of defense at the moment. Thrashhawk slow playing this one, pushing it forward, approaching halfway point. Deli, we have had a crazy game at this point.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting back-to-back match as we've seen no team really jumping ahead of any other. Of course, the Wolves with that early goal, they're going to try to hold on to that for as long as they can as Zona is going to send the ball out to midfield. Demolition is going to put a lot of pressure on this Wolves defense, but Musi will come up clutch there with the clear and send the ball out. Zona's going to follow and look for a laser to the bottom left corner. No stopping that.
Yeah, really good job there. T-Bone with the unfortunate touch. Anytime you bang that wall off the sidewall there. It's dangerous because, gosh dang it, I don't really know how Twitch works apparently. Deli, I tried to gift you a sub, but it went to Aubrey E instead. So I will be honest, if it were not going to go to you, I would want it to go to Aubrey E. That was just totally random that it went to him.
The reason why it might not have worked is because I was already gifted a sub by, let's see, who was it by? Because I get no notifications on Twitch. I'm sure it's the first thing. Royal Grace actually gifted me a sub 5 days ago. Yeah, what a great guy. Talking about great guys, did you see that pass from Musi? What a great guy, putting it right on his hood. He had to do absolutely no work. He should be really thanking him for that one.
You know, a more selfish player may have went for a Doomsy dish there.
Like me.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm glad you said what myself and perhaps everyone in the chat was thinking. But he pushed it straight to his teammate who was sitting right at the goal line and pushed that one home. More gifts in the chat. This is a gift palooza. We have to shout out Cope here for doing sharing the love, and you know, the people want what they want, and we know where the gift subs, where that money is going. So maybe sooner rather than later, but at the moment, the Wolves doing a great job of keeping up the offense. Blizzard trying to do everything they can, but I don't know if they're going to be able to find 3 goals in 1 minute.
You know, with all this money flying around, I just gotta say that I'm $60,000 in college debt. And you know, if you're feeling generous, I could use, if you have $60,000 burning a hole in your pocket, hit me up, okay? Because, you know, being a college student is hard enough. So, you know, but with all the gift subs, seriously, thank you so much for supporting the community and tossing around your money. And it's just great to support this league and all we do here. And, you know, just especially because I'm here. You know, I know the gift subs are all because I'm here. You all love me and not ZB because I am the best. And you know who was also the best? Zona, who's going for an incredible shot. No chance there as he throws the ball off the backboard and out. The clock is going to tick down, and the Wolves are looking to run away with this game with all the glory. And, you know, here comes the chance for the Wolves to score again. They'll just let it roll instead. They're going to take game 1 nice and comfortably.
Yeah, the Wolves came into this one as the favorite, and they had a pretty dominating performance. Able to shut out the Blizzard. Blizzard putting shots on target, but never really, you know, in such a way that really ever put the Wolves in a bad situation defensively. Zona with the hat trick, thanks to his friend Musi, able to get get an assist on every single goal there that Zona was able to put home. So great team plays by the Wolves. Blizzard, I know, capable, you know, of bringing it to the Wolves, so don't let game 1 deceive you. I expect the Blizzard to be able to bounce back in this one.
Yeah, I mean, the scoreline doesn't really say it because we saw a lot of good effort from the Blizzard there. You know, 4 shots on goal is you will usually get you a goal because, you know, pretty much you usually get a goal once every 2 shots. But unfortunately here, you've had 2 saves and, you know, 2 shots that were just off the mark that just didn't go in for the Blizzard. You know, it's not anything to get down about because you can really turn this around and score some nice goals and take away game 2.
Yeah, I wish I had a 50% shooting percentage. That would be great. So maybe that's something, my accuracy is something I could work on there.
I mean, if you don't have 50%, what are you doing, ZB?
Not winning games, especially not on stream, that is for sure. Game 2, here we go. The Wolves and the Blizzard once again. Perhaps it was official stream jitters that got to the Blizzard, and now that the first game is under their belts, they might be able to sit at home. There's a mistouch there. I couldn't tell if that was Musi or Zona. You know, when we watched the Foundation League matchup earlier on stream, you kind of expect those mistouches, but it was the Wolves who had an open goal. Wasn't able to send it home. You hate to see that. if you are the Wolves, but regardless, I'm sure they will have a lot of great opportunities. Here's Zona trying to get a touch on the back wall. You have to be careful with that one. He touches it to his teammate, Moosey. Now it's going to be Thrashhawk who back checks. Try to get past this one. Got the touch just on the ball that he needed. The pace of play, I feel like, has slowed down a lot in this one.
Yeah, when you were looking at the last series, we saw a lot of back and forth. As a great little play here coming out from the Wolves. Outstanding forecheck to keep this pressure and get away with the goal. And an even better attempt there for the pass from Zona. Of course, a piece of it came from the Blizzard, but even if they don't get a piece, that's still an awesome pass to his teammate that will get them a goal. So it was pretty much a lose-lose situation for them. And now as we come up with a kickoff here, ball will go towards the Wolves who are going to retain possession. Shot came in and Thrashhawk will make the save. Ball up in the air and he will follow. Shot on goal. Moosey is there. He can't get enough of it. He might have thought that was going to hit the post, so he just wasn't so sure of himself. But the ball will slip in anyway.
Yeah, that ball from the Blizzard, it had I don't have a Blizzard pun in my back pocket, so I apologize for that, Deli. I know that you've prepared for this one, and I failed you. But the Blizzard doing a great job. Thrashhawk getting that touch off the backboard there and sending that one home. Great job to tie this one up. Here come the Wolves on the attack. T-Bone Jones with the save. You have to give that man credit, as some people in the chat say. Thrashhawk, my goodness, forget about that. The Blizzard have come back and taken the lead.
Yeah, that save was ice cold, to put it simply.
There it is.
That was incredible as we see them go coast to coast here and get the goal as the save, just not enough to it from Zona. And as we come up with a kickoff here, the Blizzard with their first lead as T-Bone puts the ball up. He's looking to follow in the air, and he just can't get a second touch as Moosey will send it out one-on-one, and Thrashhawk will waste some of the clock here and get control of the ball. He beats two. He can't beat the guy coming back the second time. I forgot his name, whoever you are. Moosey cannot make a play happen. Here comes his teammate who's looking to throw the ball back up, and he cannot make a move to bump Thrashhawk as Moosey will try to take the shot anyway. T-Bone Jones sending the ball up and in. His teammate's not there. Zona will send it out. Thrashhawk retreating as Moosey will look to make a move here on T-Bone Jones. Just not enough to beat him as the ball will pop out in the center. Zona with the shot, and Moosey with the redirection. That I see Pixel dust. What's Pixel? Pixie dust? Pixie dust, hello? Coming out of Moosey as he redirects that ball. That was nothing short of magic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Moose is on the loose. That goal was so good. Deli was lost for words. Does that ever happen? Hardly ever. That is an early candidate for our Balls Player of the Week. Exclamation point Balls in the chat, BAWLS, to get the information on how to clip that and set that. Nominate that for our Play of the Week. My goodness, the Wolves coming back in dramatic fashion. Can they do it again? Almost. And there's T-Bone Jones again. I do want to mention T-Bone Jones is doing a great job on the defensive end to keep his team in there with the mistouch there. So it's going to be Thrashhawk by himself. He can't find the touch. This one's dangerous. Moosey tries to put that one on target, but Thrashhawk, do we have an air dribble here from T-Bone Jones? He is upside down, but he is out of boost. You hate to see that player up in the air with an opportunity to score, but then running out of boost. Boost management, very important in this game. The Blizzard win that 50 as Zona pushes it forward. An awkward touch there. Can Zona capitalize? No. Great defense there by T-Bone Jones. We're under 2 minutes remaining in this one, and we have a tie game 2-2. I, as Deli was earlier, am on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, we've seen an incredible offense-based matchup here where the defense has really been shining and stopping some chances, which just means the offense has to get so much more dramatic to make something happen, and we've seen some beautiful goals. Something's for sure, when we cast together, we see a lot of Play of the Week chances for some of these players. It's like we're a blessing for them almost, as, they just come to show out because they know the great Deli is watching. Of course, I'm just kidding. I'm of course kidding. I'm not really that good. Only on some days.
A blessing for the players, a curse for the viewers, if you will.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's a 50-50. You get exciting Rocket League, you get terrible casting. What more can you ask for? Because all you have to do is press the mute button in the bottom left corner to stop hearing my terrible cast. Then you've got Rocket League on demand as the ball's gonna pop up and Moosey is gonna throw the ball in. No need to cool this man because he is red hot and it won't help you anyway.
The Moose is on the loose. Thrashhawk was up on that one, but Moosey getting the touch, sending it far post. I don't know if that was intentional or just luck of the draw. Regardless, Wolves are able to find a lead in game 2. They won game 1 by a dominating faction, a 3-0 shutout. The Blizzard able to put goals on the scoreboard in this one. 45 seconds left. That shot, is it on target? Just wide for T-Bone Jones. The Blizzard doing everything they can to tie up this one to give themselves a chance. This ball staying in the Blizzard offensive zone for the moment, but Moosey does a good job of clearing it out. 30 seconds remaining. It is up. That one is past the face of the goal. The Wolves happy to just waste time in this one as long as they can transition back on defense. Sidewall, that ball centered. T-Bone Jones, it's up. Backboard and down. He just barely missed a scoring opportunity there. Time is ticking away. Wolves trying to maintain possession of this ball. Blizzard have one chance to push it forward. Do you believe in miracles, Deli? You may, but there's not a miracle in this one. The Wolves take game 2.
You know, they say all men are made equal. And
Yes.
with the way Moosey's been playing, I have to reconsider. He is an animal. He is not a man. He is an animal. I mean, all men are made equal, but not animal men are made equal. Because Moosey, he's galloping across the field. He's doing whatever he wants. He's putting the ball wherever he wants. You just can't stop him. It's exactly like we saw with Kenny and everyone else the last series. If he wants to score, he's going to score, and you just have to kind of hope that he puts it on your card for some reason.
Deli, riddle me this. If we had a MLE animal draft and you had to draft a player to be on, or an animal to be on your Rocket League team, what animal do you think would be best at Rocket League?
An animal I think would be best at Rocket League. That's an interesting question. You know, I think I'd have to pick an eagle because they're very quick in the air. They can take the ball, they can run away with it. Or actually, I changed my pick, a seagull. If you've ever seen a New York seagull, they can run away with anything and you will never see them again. If I know anything can steal something and score a goal in a matter of seconds, it would be a seagull. That's my final answer.
Yeah, I'm going with a duck personally because you know what ducks do? Ducks get bred, my friend.
I mean, I mean, you better be careful with all that bread because if we've seen anything from professional sports, it's that money gets to players' heads and they do some crazy things once they get paid enough. But speaking of money, I'm still waiting for my paycheck for being a caster, and especially with all these gift subs we've accumulated. Come on now,
yes.
where's our pay? 50%. Come on now.
At the gaming bear. Come on, here we go. Wolves, is that what I think it was? It was off the crossbar. That ceiling shot, the ceiling flipperoni. You love to see that. Blizzard pushing it forward. Thrashhawk still maintaining possession of the ball. He was boostless, but now he has boostless. Moosey pushes that one forward. Moosey. Oh, whoa. You see that.
Yeah, I mean, what could you ask for? When you think of someone sitting in front of goal, being all mushy, waiting for the ball, it's of course going to be Moosey, as the ball falls right on top of his hood and he just watches it go in, because who else but Moosey is going to be able to score such goals? Wherever the ball is, he is there. He is the boogeyman that hides in your closet, and you pray for mom to go check it because you're scared there's a monster there, as Zona almost became the monster we're talking about with an incredible double touch attempt, which he's been going for over and over.
Wow.
And Moosey will just throw the ball in. Not many players would contemplate going for a shot from that point, let alone pulling it off. Moosey will put that top shelf where mama hides the cookies, and there's nothing that can be done about that shot.
I love that Moosey is rocking the Dancing Unicorn player banner. Like a moose, but with less antlers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I can respect that. I can respect a man with fashion, and of course, you can't talk about fashion without seeing the beautiful titanium white fennec from T-Bone Jones. I mean, if you're looking at fashion, T-Bone Jones is killing it with his current design. As the ball will pop off the backboard, Moosey will put it off to the side. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It feels like it's been forever in this game. Yes, someone did join the game. I can't. Oh my God! How did someone get in our game?
Regardless, T-Bone Jones with the first for this goal of the series.
We have the streaker.
Telly, get it together, my friend. The Blizzard are
He left. Why did he leave? I guess he's just too good for the MLE, as he decides it's not worth coming around and seeing our match live and in person. Who gave that man a ticket to come watch the game front row? Thankfully security kicked him out, because boy was I not ready to come talk to him. God knows I'm so precious I can't be harmed. I'm worth $60,000 of debt, but Moosey is gonna score a $60,000 shot here, as you just can't stop scoring.
Yes, Moosey, very good at the sport of Rocket League. He's able to read that one off the back wall and puts it home. Managed his boost well in the air as well. So great job by Moosey there, certainly putting on a show. Ray knew what he was doing when he put that man on his team, and Thrashhawk knew what he was doing with this ball, pops it up to himself, reads the bounce, and then just puts it, well, he didn't put it over the defender, but he did bamboozle the defender. I think the defender was expecting a different shot. Great job there. The Blizzard cut this deficit to 1.
You know, I was thrown a little bit for a loop, as Moosey will score again. I just can't believe someone figured out how to get into our lobby. What type of mad lad could not only predict the name of the lobby, but the password? That's nothing short of incredible.
Yeah, certainly interesting and incredible. That goal by Moosey, yet again, he is having himself quite the game here. 4 goals. I don't know what you call that, 4 goals, a hat trick plus 1 perhaps, but it's T-Bone Jones here saying, I'm going to bring us back into this one. I'm going to win the kickoff and dunk Zona to get that one onto the far post and in. 4-3 Blizzard with 4-3 Wolves with tons of time left in this one. My goodness, what a series.
You know, I know you didn't have a word for that, and in hockey terms, we like to call that a Texas-sized hat trick. I'm a little upset that you didn't know that, considering your background, Z. But right. You know, I'll give it a pass for now. That's our favorite word around here, is when someone gets 4. That's the first thing we're yelling out. And as Moosey is going to 50-50, the ball will cross from the side. Zona is going to try to put the ball up. It's down and to the floor and kicked out by Thrashhawk. And it's going to go down the field. He's looking to make a play happen and send the ball to center. Zona will come flying out and put a stop to that. Thrashhawk's going to bring the ball back up and retreat for some boost, as the Blizzard are going to wrap back around. Thrashhawk's trying to take a shot. It's a little bit wide to the right. It'll pop up in the corner, and he's looking to make another play happen. Autobots roll out. I can tell I'm lagging horribly now, as I have all sorts of red signs on my screen. It's like I'm flying a spaceship. Zona's going to go for a 50-50 here on T-Bone Jones, and Thrashhawk's going to pinch the ball in the center. T-Bone Jones going to throw the ball back down the Wolves half. It's going to get past the defender, and T-Bone Jones will score.
You almost wonder if the Wolves were having server issues as well, because that ball looks like an easy one to defend, but Moosey and Zona both whiffed on that one, and T-Bone Jones is able to get his 3rd goal of the game. That is, if 4 goals is a Texas-sized hat trick, what would 3 goals be? Just like a what's the average size state?
An average-sized hat trick would probably be, what? I actually have no idea. You know, probably a size like a one-size-fits-all. You know, like a adjustable hat.
I don't think you're following me, but Zona does a great job here. He flicks it. No, that was Moosey that flicks it off the back wall. And Zona there to clean up the trash, as I like to say. Galaxy in the chat giving us the info. How about a Pennsylvania-sized hat trick? That's, you know, that's an average-sized state.
Yeah, you know, that is an average-sized state. You know, I don't know my states. I don't take history either. I don't take geography. You know what I take? Writing. I take a lot of writing courses. As Zona, he's going to write up a formula for success and throw the ball in the back of the goal. I like that move. Please applaud me in chat. That was beautiful. As we're coming for a kickoff here, The Blizzard are down by 2 with a minute to go, looking to put themselves back in this series and run off as the ball is up in front of the goal, and the Blizzard will clear it out before the Wolves can capitalize. T-Bone in midfield with the ball here, leaving it for Thrashhawk, who's going to try to put it back up. 50-50 will throw the ball forward and out of reach as the clock continues to tick. T-Bone can't put the ball up. Zona's going to choose some more clock by throwing the ball up forward into the face of goal. T-Bone looking for the shot. It's off target. That could have been their chance to bring it within 1. Thrashhawk looking for a dribble here. Zona will beat him out on the 50-50. T-Bone will collect it, and he loses control of it. He's going to have to back up. Passes it back to Thrashhawk. Both players miss. Zona's going to charge forward and let that clock dwindle down. 30 seconds remaining. Thrashhawk almost with an incredible save from out of nowhere. Negative angle just doesn't come strong enough, and it will be a 3-goal lead with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, really good touch by Zona to loft that one up there. That would have been Thrashhawk that tried to get the touch off the backboard and out, but he was unable to. So now the Blizzards find themselves in a 3-goal deficit with only less than 30 seconds remaining. This one's going to be tough. They needed to have an offensive scoring chance there. Instead, it's going to be Moosey sitting that one home, and T-Bone Jones, again, with the great defense. If I needed a player to play defense for me, and you know, we had like $1 million on line or something, I might pick T-Bone Jones because he has done everything right on defense tonight.
I mean, he's done everything right except for save 7 goals that have come flying in from the Wolves. Though I guess with it, he's been doing a great job, not to discredit him. But when you have 7 goals, there's always room for improvement as the Wolves are going to take these games. It was pretty nice to see the Blizzard trying to fight back, but the Wolves just came out firing even harder than the Blizzard could have possibly imagined, and they really made it look easy. Scoring 7 goals is nothing short of incredible.
I have to acknowledge this. Well, first, I'm going to give recognition to the Wolves. As you said, they're doing an incredible job of just keeping up the pressure, finding high-quality scoring opportunities. Moosey and Zona are a dream team for the Wolves. We've played 3 games. They've been able to win all 3. I've been told average states are actually Wisconsin, Illinois, which that makes a lot more sense. I feel like Pennsylvania a little too small for our 3-goal hat trick. Maybe we'll call 2 goals a Pennsylvania hat trick.
Yeah, you know, that's a pretty okay like size there.
Sure.
You know, I mean, when I don't think of a hat trick really when I think of 2 goals, but I
That's
mean,
a good point.
to each their own, ZB, to each their own. As we're looking to start up our 4th game of the series here, as the series is all but done, but the Blizzard are looking to not get swept. It's really a shame that this rain hasn't let up, or at least turned to snow for the Blizzard, as maybe they'd have better luck under that. You'd think with precipitation they'd be a little bit more successful, but as it turns out, it's been the only thing hindering them from success, as clearly we know that weather has a lot to do with how you play in Rocket League. As the ball will be 50-50 to out to the Blizzard half here, as Thrashhawk is going to send it out, and the ball is going to come across that midfield line. Zona's going to throw it back into the Blizzard left corner if you're coming from the Wolves side. 50-50 will send the ball up in front. Zona with the shot after a great 50-50 from Moosey.
You know, the Wolves back at it again. You say Wolves, I say Woves, as Zona is able to bury this one home. Not less than and not greater than 20 seconds into this one. Right off the bat, we're able to get more scoring for the Wolves. That has to be disheartening for the Blizzard. Great touch on the backboard by Thrashhawk. T-Bone Jones able to get the touch, but not onto goal. Here they are, the Blizzard pushing again. Thrashhawk able to get the boost. T-Bone Jones pushing that one off the backboard. Was that a calculated pass? I don't think so, as Thrashhawk has to have a careful touch off the backboard. He's slowing down in the upper corner of our Rocket League dome. T-Bone Jones pushing this forward. He can't get beat one. There is a good touch by Zona. Pass to his teammates. Kind of a fake pass there. I'm not sure what Moosey was doing. He might have had a 200 IQ to be able to find this pass. As I was saying, I think they knew what was happening there. He didn't take the first pass because he knew the second pass was going to be even better. It's Wolves 2-0.
Yeah, Moosey and Zona just seem to really understand each other on the field, and when they throw the ball to center. They know that their teammate is there to capitalize right away. It's quite hard to put a stop to something like this because they clearly have natural chemistry. As you know, Musi didn't come on this team very, very long ago at this point. He's a recent signing for the Wolves.
Wow.
And he's really making himself like noteworthy out there on the pitch. That's the word I'm looking for. Noticeable. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Thrashhawk's going to be noticeable as he throws in the goal, and his flashy goal explosion will take the crowd in awe as they are now within 1 goal with just over half the game left.
Absolutely incredible. I don't want a team that's down early to sit back and start playing defensively. I want to see them up the pressure, really make things uncomfortable for their opponents, and that's exactly what Thrashhawk did there. And believe it or not, he did it again. That shot may not have been on, but if we ask Zona, that was probably uncomfortable for him. And the more uncomfortable that you can make your opponents, the better chance of scoring that you have.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do, because if you throw the ball in a way that they're comfortable saving, you're never going to score a goal. You have to put it where it will be really, really tough for them to make that save.
Absolutely.
Or if they can't even make it at all, Zona's going to throw it where they can't even make it at all, as he'll take a 2-goal lead with 3 minutes to go.
A little miscommunication there by the Blizzard. They both found themselves not defending the goal, to say the least. And Zona saw that he was up there. Good play there by the Wolves to bump out the goaltender. So hard to play defense when you're not even allowed to. You know what I'm saying? Getting bumped out by your opponent.
Yeah, it was quite the shot, and a great read from Zona to notice that there was no goalie and to commit forward to try and make something happen. As now the Blizzard are looking at quite, like, with the way the Wolves have had momentum, it's quite the monumental task to return from this. As Thrashhawk is going to try to bring the ball down, Zone is going to put it back into the Blizzard half. T-Bone's going to follow it and send the ball back. And Zona with the redirection! Stuffed on the goal line by Thrashhawk, who gives him a denial of services. Thrashhawk's going to send the ball out of his zone, and Musi will follow to send the ball back in. Empty net after seeing that incredible save there from Thrashhawk. How can you see something like this happen to the poor Blizzard?
You hate to see it. You want to see great plays rewarded, and unfortunately that play was not rewarded. Musi, again, seeing the opportunity and taking it. The Wolves, they take those, and they take a 4-1 lead over the Blizzard in Game 4. The Wolves absolutely dominating with the flick there. Thrashhawk with the good save. Blizzard going to have to start pushing on all cylinders to take this game from the Wolves.
Yeah, with a 3-goal lead and 2 minutes left, the Blizzard are really going to have to work hard to stop themselves from losing this game, because you really don't want to be swept on your stream debut. ZB, you would know something about that, right?
Wait, what?
I heard you got swept on mainstream. Did I hear incorrectly?
Oh no, that would be the other ZB.
Oh yeah, your brother. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard stories about BZ. He's not. It's not the same. You know, I can tell the difference all the time, especially on the field. You know.
Oh, interesting. Hey, here come the Blizzards. They're trying to get this ball out of the Wolves' territory. But the Wolves, being relentless, the Wolves are predatory animals, and they are not just going to sit back and, not let themselves score, because if the Wolves do anything, they score. And that's what Zona did there. His 4th goal of the game.
There's something I'm noticing about Musi, and it's that with the way he's playing right now, he could follow you into a revolving door and come out in front of you, because there is just nothing that this guy cannot do. There's just magic falling from each time he jumps into the air and comes forward to touch the ball. When he's on the ball, something good is going to happen. He hasn't been making many mistakes, and he's just been making those plays that he's got to make. Look at that touch right there, and here he comes to stop the 2v1 as Zona is out of position. I just can't see him making any mistakes, and I see him running away with a lot of great plays to end this series.
Yeah, really doing a good job by the Wolves, not letting up. Blizzard doing everything they can to find a way to score, but they're not able to. Miscommunication, misplays in goal, and it is costly. You hate to see that.
That
from the
was a
Blizzard.
pretty smart move. It was a
What's
really
that?
because I'd go to my grave trying to defend against Musi at this state. So it was pretty clever of them to just not defend him at all. You know, you gotta try something new when a player is just so hot, because, I mean, you'd think for a team that is called the Blizzard, they'd be able to cool someone down that is on fire. Not at all the case, as Musi is just completely unstoppable, cuts through them like butter. Here he goes again! Can he be stopped, as we've got a Brazil going on? 7-1, 20 seconds to go in order for the Blizzard to fix this catastrophe. If I were them, I'd own goal.
You said it, not me. I will say Wolves, they're winter animals. They've been known to, you know, not need to migrate when the weather is chilly, so I'm not surprised that the Wolves have an advantage or are not even, you know, even phased by the Blizzard here. They have a thick fur coat. They are used to the climate as time is ticking away in game 4 of this one. Here we go. That ball is down, and there you have it. Everyone in the chat wanted it. We did have our 7-1. All the credit goes to Zona and Musi, putting 9 shots on target and finishing 7 of them. Great job by the Wolves. They are dominating.
Yeah, the Wolves right now are smoking the Blizzard like a bad cigar. There's nothing the Blizzard can do to save themselves from this terrible fate, as the Wolves are just firing in shot after shot. And it hurts to see, because they're truly some great players on the field, putting together a lot of good plays. But it's just not working out because they're facing the Legion of Doom in blue on the other side of that field. I can't see a weakness in their game.
No, they are doing everything right. They're probably disappointed that they gave up that 1 goal. Honestly, I know that the Wolves do everything they can to be perfect. So they are going to want another perfect performance in this one to go 5-0 for the series sweep. The Wolves coming into this one of the top teams in CL, competing for a playoff spot, and they so far have shown why they deserve it. So let's see who can win game 5 in this one. Blizzard going to do what they can to steal a game. I'm certainly excited for this one.
Yeah, I really want to see if the Blizzard can turn this around, because the Wolves look unstoppable as Thrashhawk is going to get past one defender and can't get past the second. T-Bone Jones looking to send the shot in, and Musi will put an end to that, and the ball will fly across midfield right now. Thrashhawk will send it off and back into his own half in the corner. Double commit almost coming out there as the shot comes in from very, very far. Zona's going to get up and stop that. T-Bone's a little bit back. He's uncertain of himself. Musi with the ball up in the air. T-Bone will follow and put the ball back up into the offensive zone. Musi's going to send the ball off his corner. Thrashhawk is up, and he just can't get the shot he wants. And not the follow-up either, as Musi with the dribble. One-on-one with T-Bone. This is exactly where you don't want to be. Musi looking for a defender after he flicks over T-Bone, and Zona is not there, and neither is a goalie. T-Bone with the shot! Double commit coming out from Musi and Zona, but the save is made regardless. Musi's going to send the ball into the Blizzard corner now. Thrashhawk up in the wall. He's going to follow. Zona will send the ball back up off the backboard into center. Zona with the shot from almost an impossible angle, as it looked like almost. I mean, not really, as I think about it again. But, you know, it's still impressive to score a goal regardless.
It is. Mama called the doctor. The doctor said no more Zona jumping on the bed, because he is busy having great touches to put that one in goal. 1-0 for the Wolves in this one.
That was nothing short of sensational. I can't help but smile at such an incredible reach for a little joke there. I really gotta give it to you, ZB. That was clever.
You're far too kind.
And Zona, he's far too clever himself, as he has scored a second goal here. Musi was originally on fire, and the more I look, the more I see that Zona is absolutely on fire. Both of these Wolves players are absolutely unstoppable, and the Blizzard are really in some trouble as Thrashhawk gets beat out by Musi. Oh, brother, we are not worthy of such a performance from these Wolves, because they are just... Oh, I'm running out of words to describe how great they are playing right now, as T-Bone Jones looking to dribble to get past them. The flick, both players waited him out. No fear on them whatsoever. Thrashhawk will throw the ball in to bring the game within one.
Might have been a double commit there on defense by the Wolves. Yeah, both players in the same corner. The Blizzard able to capitalize on an unfortunate opportunity earlier. I think it was, I don't remember which Blizzard player it was, but they did a great job of slowing the ball down to fake out their opponent, but then they weren't able to capitalize on it quick enough. Luckily, it didn't come back to cost them as they were able to score later in the possession. Blizzard have 3 minutes to try to tie this one. It might be easy. Well, I won't say it's easy, but what I'm trying to say is scoring on the Wolves might be as hard as just trying to prevent them to score. So Blizzard have a tough task in front of them.
Yeah, the Blizzard are really going to have to put together something spectacular to get past these Wolves. As T-Bone looking for a dribble and Zona will chase him down. T-Bone kind of slows down for a second as if he's kind of just distraught over what's happening, and he should be, as Zona throws in another goal and makes the total even more insurmountable, as everything that the Blizzard have been doing has just been it has been given a stopping by the Wolves, for lack of a better word. They just got nothing by them.
Complete domination, and Zona is the man of the match in this one, doing a great job. That is the traditional hat trick. I'm gonna kind of step away from our hat trick discussion and just, call it for what it is. 3 goals. T-Bone Jones trying to push this one forward. Blizzard, they still have time. They want to steal one game from this series, and they certainly have time to do it. They just have to create a scoring opportunity. But the Wolves not slowing down. Shot there by Zona, save again by T-Bone Jones. Can he get to the ball? He can't fast enough. Good recovery there by Moosey. The Moose continuing to be on the loose as T-Bone Jones tried to push that one into the offensive zone. He might have an opportunity here. He whiffs. That gives Zona an open goal. He misses, but the follow-up misses again. It might take 3 times, but the Wolves finally do score.
Thankfully, Zona has a friend in Moosey on the field. This is why it's not a ones league, because boy, would I be in trouble if it was. Moosey is there to put the ball away and make the goal total 4 for the Wolves, and still only 1 for the Blizzard with just over 90 seconds to go. It's starting to get way too tough for the Blizzard to come back.
What a fake
from Zona, as he just makes the defender look silly. And the best juke is no juke at all, as he does absolutely nothing and it fools the defender.
That is great. You have to expect that Zona's gonna have a touch there. You play the touch and it costs you. You hate to see that, but how can you expect the Wolves to do anything different in this series than simply dominate? They have been on their game in this one.
Yeah, it's just nothing they can do. At this point, I just, take what I can, maybe try to put yourself back in a position to score some goals, and just make it so that you looked a little bit more competitive on that field.
Sure.
The game's out of reach. At least try to learn something at this point, rather than be down in the dumps and like, bad game, no need to worry about it. Just improve individually or as a team. Take this as a learning experience, because this is probably the hardest game the Blizzard are going to have all season.
It is. You hate to see it in a competitive league like this, but things are not going right for the Blizzard. I say, Burr, it's getting cold in here. There must be some Zona in the atmosphere.
Man, I thought I had puns. I thought I had some jokes. You're just about as on fire as Zona and Moosey right now in your cast.
Thank you, Dylan. I do appreciate it. Speaking of being on fire, the Wolves, you have to give them the credit in this series. They came out here. The target was on their back. They were one of the top teams in their division, in their conference, in all of CL. You have to give credit to Ray. He's done a great job building this team and making them competitive. And then to come out here and to not only just perform, but to perform in dominating fashion, this has been a sight to see.
Oh, we might be seeing 2 Brazils in a row. It seems like with each game, the win total, not the win total, that's the wrong word. The goal difference just gets worse and worse and worse for the Blizzard, as each game got a little bit tougher and tougher to fight back in, and the Blizzard they'll never actually get to fight back. In a world where they fought back and took a game in this series, there might be flying cars. Oh wait, we do have flying cars, but that's besides the point, as the Wolves are going to chew the rest of this clock and run away with a sweep. It was an incredible series. The Blizzard did everything they could. The Wolves were just simply too strong, and they will be feasting tonight on Snowflakes.
They certainly have been, and I know that the Wolves fans in the chat got what they wanted, a clean 5-0 sweep over the Blizzard. That takes their win total on the season to 21-9. Great start to the season for the Wolves as we are here in MLE Week 6. 4 weeks to go in the regular season, and the Wolves putting themselves in a great position.
Yeah, if you're the Blizzard, you're going to be kind of upset because a big win here would have been your chance to fight back in a playoff race. And these are games that if any other team in your division gets even one game on the Wolves, you are behind. You can't get that game back. That's the tough part about this schedule is every single team in your division plays the same teams from, I believe it's in conference, out of conference. I feel like I should know this, but I don't. I really don't.
It is in conference, my friend.
It's just games you can't get back in your standings, and it's just tough to see that it has to happen that way for them.
Speaking of an in-conference matchup, do you know who the Spartans are playing next week, Deli?
It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see you out there. And as much as I'd like to say I feel like you're gonna get absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I'm not very confident because I know the type of player you are, and I'm scared that you're gonna take my CL players to school, as I know that's what you do best.
No, it is going to be highly competitive. But before we can get to the Ducks and Spartans next week, we do have another CL matchup on the docket on the stream tonight. The CL Comets are going to take on the Rhinos here in just a few minutes. So please do not go anywhere. Deli, do you have any final words before we send this one to intermission?
It's my final goodbye for today's stream. So I just got to say, it was an honor to hang out with you, ZB. Thanks for being there for my first ever official cast. It was great to get promoted here, and great. Thank you everyone in the chat for the gifted subs, for hanging out, talking, because I feed off chat's energy. As much as CV knows that I look at chat during games, I definitely still do it, and I am guilty. So thank you everyone for coming out, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.
Absolutely, Deli. Thank you for coming by. Please don't go anywhere. As I said, we have CL Comets and CL Rhinos coming here soon.
free. Can't see the pressure you hold over me. I'm falling, I'm fading, I'm losing my mind. Can't see the pressure I leave you behind. Moving down to LA, to the land of opportunity. My grandma thinks I'm crazy for giving Hollywood a piece of me. I'm holding my head high, act like the world's mine. I didn't come for nothing, and all I know is I can't let them see. I got no idea what I'm doing. Take it all till I make it all the way. I've been winning, I've been losing, but you're never gonna break my poker face. Take it all till I make it. Take it sky, gonna swallow the light. And you can stay as long as you like. Let no days go by. I take my chances, I ain't gonna repent. 'Cause I've been taught again and again. All the good things in. I watch you strive while I'm not coping. I just wanna hide beneath the black sky. Don't know the truth when all I'm told are lies. Hands that touch you when you're golden, they will crush you till you're broken. I can't close my wide open eyes. We'll hide in plain sight.
Hello, good evening, and welcome back to MLE. We've got some Champ League action coming up for you. The Comets and the Rhinos. With me is ZB, and I am Jordak. I'm glad to be here. ZB, how's it going, man?
Good. I was about to say, Deli, you've grown a beard since the last time I spoke with you moments ago. But it's not Deli, it is Jordak. And Jordak, I'm so glad that you are here with us for more Champ League action. This should be very competitive here.
Oh, yeah. We've got the Comets and the Rhinos. The Rhinos actually, like the Wolves in the last series, having a 16-9 record so far going into this match. Pretty dominating. The Comets,
Absolutely.
I don't remember offhand.
10 and 15.
10 and 15, not bad either. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, Comets can pull themselves back up to a 15 and 15 if this goes their way.
Right.
That'd be something, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. I know that the Comets are looking for that. The Rhinos have yet to drop a series, though. We are here in week 6 of MLE, and they are a clean 5-0. They are known as one of the most dominant teams in Champ League. And
Yeah,
they are
that's
certainly,
impressive.
yeah, that is very good. And what's interesting about this one, we have both teams' GMs playing in this one. Or we were supposed to. It looks like we might have some subs from what we were given. We do have Casey Scragg and Myth playing for the Rhinos, but it will be Springer and Rapid Champion playing for the Comets.
All right, and the players have taken the field. It looks like KC is getting a big clear out of the goal and putting it up to Methonian. KC now following it back up through the Rhinos half, coming into Comets territory, and Rapid Champion tries to put it away, but it's back in the center for Myth. Myth, can he get the shot off? No, it gets bounced out. And Casey loses that touch, but Springer's there for a shot, not quite on target. And Myth is able to take it back up the wall to the other side.
Yeah,
It's slowing down a little bit.
If you are a astute observer in MLE that follows the transactions, you'll know that Springer is a reserve for the Comet. Doesn't get involved in that one. Didn't want to get in the way of Rapid Champion's goal. Good job there. But yeah, Springer subbing in for Thunderbug, it would assume. So we do have a reserve on the field, and the Comets are going to be able to take an early 1-0 lead.
And those early leads, especially we're just talking about the Rhinos not dropping a single series yet. That could be big for the Comets if they can maintain that kind of pressure and hold that lead.
Yeah,
Now
that
going for the
first
50.
goal might turn into a first game win and then maybe a series win for the Comets as well. So that would certainly off to a good start.
Yeah, the Rhinos just denied by the crossbar. What a play, though. Casey getting back on defense. He's going up for the clear, but the ball is already past him. Mythonian gets a touch, and the Comets are nowhere near it. Here comes Mythonian trying to center it for his teammate. No. What a demo, and Springer takes the slow-rolling ball. He's dribbling, but it seems that somebody may be AFK on the Comets team, or possibly having some connection issues. What's going on there?
That I think we're both back now. I think that was just a momentary disconnect there, as Casey is able to get a shot on, but it is not on target. It goes off the sidewall. Mythonian trying to dribble this one out of his own defensive zone and into the offensive zone. Does a good job winning the 50 there. Rhinos doing everything they can to tie the game, and they did.
And KC coming up in the Mantis to put on the open net. Rapid not able to turn on it and get back up in the air fast enough.
Yeah, really good job there by Casey. And long-time MLE people will know that the Rhinos like to wear those Rhino horns on the top of their car. And does anyone look better in the Rhino horn than KC? With the he makes his decal look almost like a Rhino skin. But I digress, as Mythonian is able to dribble this one off the wall and put it home. Great touch there.
And there we go. The Rhinos taking back that 1-point lead. Now they're up ahead. Springer going for the face-off against Myth. Let's see how they do. Ball's dead in the middle. Springer's got control of it. He clears it out, and it's bouncing into the corner where Casey will pick it up. Casey gets it past one Comet. Can he pick the dribble back up? He gets it out to Mythonian. Mythonian's got the shot on target, but Springer's able to jump up and get the clear. Another pass back, and Myth puts it in. What a pass right there.
Yeah, it was a really good passing play that set up that scoring opportunity, and then it was another pass that led to the scoring opportunity. So good job by the Rhinos, and I think this is what makes them one of the most competitive teams in Champ League, is their ability to be aware of the location of their teammates, be aware of the location of the defenders, and just make those perfect touches to put the ball in space where they're able to score.
Now Mythonian with an open shot, and he drains it again. These Rhinos already, they've taken 7 shots to the Comets 3, and this one has gone in on pretty much the first shot at the net, but a few of them, they're really scoring goals by consistent pressure.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job there. And like the first 2 series that we saw on stream tonight, the team that has been coming into the series known as the dominant team with the better record, they have just been able to score at will on their opponent. And speaking of scoring at will, there is Mythonian again. Casey's cracked up off the backboard, and Mythonian reads it, gets it over Springer. Flat car problems.
That was such an angle too, man.
It was. It just proves again that the Octane is the best car, beats the flat car 9 times out of 10, and that time it certainly did. Rhinos dominating this one.
Casey's able to control that 50 just to keep it out of the Comets' possession. Now Mythonian gets the pass back to him, but Casey can't quite make it up to it. Comets trying to take the ball back on the Rhinos' half. Now this one is up for Rapid if he can get to it, but Casey is there to make the clear. Myth pushes it back up. It's now down to Casey and Springer. Casey keeps it out, but it's going right back to the Comets' possession. Luckily, Mythonian is there to make the save. Mythonian taking the ball off the wall. It's up. Casey's hanging back just in case. And now the ball is lobbed up. Back to the Rhinos. Casey trying to put it on the net as the Rhinos make some bumping plays too.
Ooh, open goal.
Oh no! Mythonian was rewarded by the bumps with the open net, but he couldn't quite secure it. Now Casey putting it out into the corner. Myth pushing it back towards the middle, and he's unable to get the ball right to Casey, but then again, the Rhinos, with a 5-1 lead, they don't have to do that much at the moment.
No, the Rhinos are doing a really good job. There is a goal by the Comets. And as we alluded to earlier, Springer is a reserve player stepping in to play for the Comets. You're only allowed to play a reserve twice in a season. So you wonder how much has Springer got to play with Rapid Champion leading up to this game. And that might that's what might lead to some of the miscommunication, where I would believe that KC and Methonian play quite a bit. So that is probably what leads to the high level of chemistry that we are seeing for the Rhinos. 3 goals for the Comets here are going to be pretty tough, but that is not going to slow them down.
Here comes the shot.
Oh
KC
my. It's too easy.
slams it in off the great pass from Myth right there.
It was Casey Stragus puts that one, or sorry, it was Myth, like you said, puts that one off the backboard. Comet defenders not able to get in the way of that ball.
And here comes Springer and Myth going for the faceoff. Springer's got control of it. It's a one-on-one against KC. He waits it out, but KC is able to make the read. Rapid Champion trying to make some last effort for the goal differential. Getting the ball out to Springer. Springer's got it almost on target, but it hits the post. And that concludes game 1. What do you think, ZB? What can the Comets do differently to turn this around in the next game?
That is a very good question. I am getting some inside information. It looks like Springer has played with the Comet players quite a bit. So there goes that theory. It must just be that Rhinos are that dominating to win game 1. 6-2. The Comets, you'll see, are getting lots of shots. You just have to wonder, what is the quality of those scoring chances? 7 shots, but only 2 saves for the Rhinos. That tells me that the Comets are getting those balls into the offensive zone and near the face of the goal, but they are not high quality scoring opportunities. So they just need to step up the pressure, make things awkward for the Rhinos. I feel like the Rhinos have been in complete control here. They felt very comfortable. They've been able to play their own game. The Comets need to do something so that, not let the Rhinos be in such great control.
For sure. Let's see if they can do it, or if the Rhinos will continue to punish the opposition as they did in this first game. We've got 4 more left. The players are getting on the field for game 2 of this series in a 5-game series. And we've got an even face-off here. Come on. And Rapid Champion and Myth go for it. And the ball's out to Springer. Springer trying to get another touch to secure the goal. Can't quite make it. Myth gets clear out to the corner. Now it's Rapid trying to score over Myth, but KC is there with the backflip clear. Not looking great for the Rhinos at the moment. They double commit, but they're still able to keep it clear of the net. Now KC with the long clear. Myth is going up for it. Aerialing. Slides out. It's back into the middle. KC pushing it back to Myth. It's going across the net where nobody is there. Springer loses the 50 to KC. This pressure from the Rhinos is just incredible, and they are rewarded with a goal.
Yeah, as we alluded to in the pregame here, I feel like Rhinos had the possession of the ball for that entire 39 seconds. Even though the Comets were up on the offensive zone and were able to get 3 shots, I never felt like the Rhinos were in a bad spot. They were always rotating quickly to be in good positions to make plays, and Comets really didn't put the Rhinos in a bad position, and then Rhinos were very quickly able to just turn on
this
it
one.
and create a scoring opportunity for themselves. I thought they might be able to bury it there. Casey just playing with the defense. He dribbles it past one. He touches it off the back wall past the other. The Rhinos might be too good. They might be too good because they are absolutely dominating here in this one.
They really are doing something with every pass. If it's not a goal, they're there to make another play so quickly. Myth putting it into the middle again. Springer's able to make the save. What a play.
Absolutely.
That one's a little bit high, but it's bouncing right back to Myth and Rapid. Rapid gets a touch, but it's back under Myth's control. Myth trying to get one more touch high up. Ball bounces loose, and now it's up to Springer in the corner. Oh no, a little bit of a misplay here, but the Comets stay safe. And Casey, can he stop
What a
it?
save!
What? Oh, wow. Casey able to make the stop, but despite all that, Springer is right there to play cleanup.
Yeah, Casey doing a great job to get behind that one and keep that one out of the face of the goal. But the Rhinos not able to keep the second chance out. Springer seeing his opportunity and taking it. Cuts the deficit to 1. Lots of time. And I feel like that's what the comments
And another amazing shot from the Rhinos.
do. Yeah, making me eat my words. I was going to talk about how the Comets are going to have to do a good job of just catching the Rhinos off guard and maybe getting those fast breaks. But it's the Rhinos just, again, making things awkward. Those balls off the backboard, the Comets not able to clear those away. Backboard defense so important at this level of play. And the Rhinos doing a really good job of making the Comets pay for their lack of clears.
Yeah, Methonian was so quick to recognize that opportunity, take the inverted shot, which was not an easy angle. That one, he wins the goal off the 50-50 too. The Rhinos are so hard to stop. They're scoring at every chance they get so far, almost.
They really are. Coming into this one, people knew that Rhinos were a force to be reckoned with. They are large. They are strong. They have horns on their head, for crying out loud. So they are a force to be reckoned with. Now, Comets are also large objects.
Oh,
As can be shown here as Rapid Champion, Comets travel at a high rate of speed through space, and when they collide with other planetary bodies, there is damage. And if the Comets can continue to cause damage in this one, they need 2 more goals to tie this one up and another one to take the lead. They are certainly a force to be reckoned with. This is a great battle we have here.
Springer trying to keep the ball out of the Methodians' possession, and the ball goes clear long off the pinch. Now it's bouncing back to the middle, but Springer's there to catch it. Myth hanging back and waiting. He pushes a touch to the corner. He's going for another one to get it. Lines up for his teammate. Here comes KC. The ball gets over him, and Rapid is left with the open net.
See, and here the Comets come. They are doing a real good job not letting this early deficit get to them. Rapid Champion touching it over the Rhinos defenders. The Comets, certainly quality players of their own. They might just need a little opportunity to get going here. Good touch there by Springer. Didn't get the dunk, but did get the double touch. Can Rapid Champion do it again? He can't. So plenty of time for the Comets. They
Casey
really
puts
just
a
need
long
to,
bomb on that one. Sorry.
yeah, they really just need to sit back and play their own game. Whatever they feel like is the best strategy for them, I want to see them go for it. The Rhinos have been able to maintain control of this one. Good bump there by Springer, and the Comets starting to come alive in this one.
Now Casey trying to keep it clear. He makes the save. The ball is bouncing back up to the middle of the field where Springer is waiting there, but perhaps playing a little conservatively. Now Rapid Champion trying to get the one-on-one versus Myth, and he sails it in at the top shelf.
Yeah, don't call it a comeback. The Comets have been in this one the whole time. Methonian trying to get in on that one. Casey Scragg nowhere to be found as he's able to put that one home. I cannot stop recognizing how good Casey's cars look. Wow, great color scheme, great decal, and great goal there. It wasn't Casey, but it was Methonian. Off the kickoff, Rapid Champion going the wrong way. Methonian burying that one home, and all the work the Comets have done for naught, as now it's the Rhinos who have the lead once again.
That's right. At 5-4 with a little over a minute remaining, Methonian takes possession of the ball again. Methonian trying to get a pass to the center for KC, and it ends up coming back to him, but the shot is not on target. The Rhinos unrelenting in their power, in their onslaught rather, as Methonian pushed more pressure on the ball. Now it's up to KC. And we're back in the Comets' possession. Rapid Champion trying to keep the ball away, and he manages to get the demo. KC dribbling it, push dribbling it back out, and getting
Whoa.
a pass to the middle. KC picking possession back up. A high bounce off the ceiling. This could
Good
be a
volley.
shot. I think it's a little high.
That's it.
No, it's in.
Great job by Casey there. Not letting the ball touch the ground. He goes up for that volley. Perfect parabola, as Casey's algebra teacher would be proud. Puts that one on the perfect line to get that one into the goal. And a little insurance goal here. Rhinos certainly comfortable being up 1.
Oh, but
it feels so much better to be up 2.
that insurance is going to count for a lot with shots like that coming out from the Comets. And KC now trying to push the ball back out to Methodian, as we've seen him do quite a few times. The Comets maintain possession, but now it's right back to KC
Wow.
for the double touch.
Great job by Casey there. He's getting involved in lots of areas in this game. Only his second goal, but his stat line, 3 assists, 3 saves, and 5 shots. That MVPR gonna be pretty good for the Rhinos, not only in this game, but in this series. Comets doing a better job of being competitive in this one, but you would have to think the Rhinos probably feel totally in control after game 1 and game 2.
Oh yeah, and ending it after the, don't call it a comeback, but the Comets going for a 3-point drive to equalize the score, only to get beaten out by the Rhinos
Right.
with 3 goals of their own right back at them. That's tough to play in, you know.
It definitely is. We alluded to in the pregame that Comets were going to need to steal some games away from the Rhinos to hopefully get them back close to 500. But this series going the wrong way for them. The Rhinos, as they have this entire season so far, have just been dominating and taking games. So that's kind of what our viewers at home kind of expected from the Rhinos in this one. The Comets definitely looking more competitive in game 2. As we said, they were able to come back and make that one competitive before, Rhinos took a big lead at the end. I wouldn't be surprised if Comets are able to come back and maybe steal one from the Rhinos.
Yeah, and stealing one can make a big difference in a game 3 to get the momentum swinging the other way. That could be all it takes to really readjust the mindset of all the players.
Certainly.
This one's going right to Springer against 2 Rhinos, but now Rapid Champion trying to turn the ball back around. And here it comes to him in the corner. He's got the dribble against Methodian. He pops it up high. He picks up some boost before going in for a center. And now it's Springer coming up for the high angle. Not quite able to get a shot on target from there. Now KC trying to push the ball off the wall. He's past one. He's almost past Rapid, but Rapid is able to stay in the play and challenge the possession. Springer, again, able to contest the shot and keep the ball clear. Now this one's going back to the Rhinos. This is dangerous. Rapid's going back there, and he lobs the ball clear, but it ends up going right back to Myth, who's able to read it on the wall. KC pushing it back in. We're seeing a lot of back and forth. A few whiffs coming out as both teams are trying to line up these big lob shots.
Yeah, Comets doing a really good job trying to create those offensive scoring opportunities, and I have noticed the Comets have had 2 really good passes
Oh
that they
no,
just
but
weren't
here
able
comes.
to finish on. Yeah, that led to a scoring opportunity for the Rhinos, and as fans of the Rhinos will know, the Rhinos don't miss those. And that touch by Casey, open goal, he puts it home right in the center of the goal. A minute and a half passed in this one. The Rhinos able to thwart the Comets' offensive chances and take the early lead. We might have had some miscommunication there by the Comets, as it looks like someone forgot to go for kickoff. Luckily, it hasn't cost them, at least not yet. But here we are again, Rhinos in control of the ball.
Methodian gets the center up, and Casey's able to beat Springer to it.
Oh no.
Methodian dunking the ball in over Rapid champion off of Rapid's own touch, no less.
Yeah, sometimes you just get in those situations where you're not exactly sure what's happening and you just kind of scramble. And that's what happened to Rapid Champion there.